What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Purple Raven, and we are back at Hogwarts for another magical Monday. Today we're going to work on a couple more of our story quests. The first one we're going to do is the one where we're supposed to meet Deke and learn how to use a knapsack. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing.
All right.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Oh my god, look at all the puffskeins. They're so cute. Okay.
We have arrived.
Okay.
Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
All right, so we will try this. All right, tap T. Oh, we have to put it in our spell slots. Ah, here we go. Okay. So let's put it here. Put that there. Okay. All right. So we need to use 3. There we go.
You got one.
We got one. Go us. All right, let's talk to Deke.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Okay. So let's go find Deke at the second location. Why am I walking? I have a broom. There we go.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Oop! Stop! We're running into trees. Landing is unavailable, probably because I'm trying to land someplace that doesn't really work. There we go. I promise I drive better than my fly.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deek has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Okay. What if I can't find any
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Any tips for rescuing elusive beasts?
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Okay. And I feel like this is a rude question. It's like, I don't want to trigger his trauma. Let's skip it.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deek will be waiting.
Okay. So they're in this tree over here.
Levioso!
And then... we get one? I think we got one.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Alright. We got a jobberknoll. Let's go back to Deek. Does Deek wear glasses? Let's look at this. He's doing some paperwork. He does wear glasses. How cute is that?
I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deek hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deek knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deek will see you there.
Okay. So let's go... kind of also on the lookout for moonstone. I'm honestly not sure how much I have versus how much I'm going to end up needing, so... Is it up? Do I need to go up further? Oh, he's right here. Hold on, Deek.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Hello, Deek. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
Oh, okay. This is a good question. How did you come to be at
How
Hogwarts?
did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
Well, that's disappointing. Okay.
I shall go and find a mooncalf then.
Deek will be waiting for your return.
Alright, so we need to wait. So we need to access the map. And then we push F to make time. Alright. And Deep's just been reading. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so we need to go up here. Oh, there they are. Did I get one?
I'll look after you.
Okay, so back to Deke we go. That was short and sweet and to the point.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and go back. So map. Hogwarts map. And then secret rooms. Room of requirement. Alright, here we go.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home.
Okay.
But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
Okay, so we're going to focus really hard. Focus, focus, focus.
What exactly did you think of?
A dollhouse? Oh. It's getting bigger.
Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
Okay. It's like a wardrobe from Narnia. Let's go in. Yeah, it's like a wardrobe from Narnia. All of this is inside the room of requirement.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them. Let them see their new home.
Okay, so we're going to H. And we're going to move our little Puffskein friend over. Select to add to the vivarium. Oh, like that. There's no drag and drop. Okay.
Oh. Oh!
All right.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you
Okay.
gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Okay, so let's interact. Where are you going? Come back here. There we go. Okay. And then feed. Oh, and it looks like there is some puffskein hair to get. Okay, look at that. Where's our mooncalf? There's our mooncalf. Oh, I think the mooncalf likes that. Okay, and then feed this one. And there's mooncalf fur to collect. Okay. And where's that journal? It's over there. And then feed. And there's a feather to collect. Okay. So let's go back to Deke. Be like, we got our stuff.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and
Okay.
experiment with the loom now.
Alright, so we gotta put up a loom. Need to find a place for our loom. This spot looks good. Conjure an enchanted loom. But I don't think... Ah, okay. Loom. Okay. Oh, we have lots of moonstone. Okay. And let's make this blue. Okay. What's this? A desk of description. Oh, I already have one of those. Okay. Add a trait to an item of clothing. So, interact. So gear features one primary offensive defense still by default. Magical materials can be used as a loom to add and upgrade secondary stat or apply traits to your gear. Okay. So let's say no trait applied. View traits. So let's do this one. Upgrade an item of clothing. View upgrade. Upgrade gear. Okay.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke.
Where'd Deke go? Oh, there he is. Okay. I used the enchanted loom.
I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Okay. Does the loom work with all
Can I
clothing?
use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Okay. So that got us quite a bit of stuff. Including, well, the inventory, obviously. We got fur, feather, and hair. But we also got this. a legendary mask appearance. Okay. And we're almost there on these other ones. Okay. Oh, and a room of requirement. Got 3 of the conjuration spellcraft. And 1 for upgrading gear. So we need to upgrade 5 more to get that other one. Okay. Alright, so let's see what is next on our list of things to work on. I think the next thing we need to do is go visit Sebastian in Feldcroft. So let's click on it so that we're tracking it. And then let's open the map and see how far we can get. World map. So Feldcroft is pretty far south. Way down here, over there. The closest I can get by flue powder is Lower Hogsfield, which isn't much. But we'll go ahead and try it, and then we'll ride our broom the rest of the way, I think. So, how's everyone's month going? I hope that y'all are enjoying some cooler temperatures. I myself am enjoying the fact that I think we are done with the 90s, which is super nice. Hello, random lady. Okay. I was hoping that was something I could collect. And random child. Just Revelio. Oh, I think I've already been here. The chest looks like it's been ransacked already. Okay. I've already robbed your house. Sorry. Have I robbed this house? Yes. Okay. Alright. Well, then let's go ahead and keep heading south, I guess.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Let's actually, there we go. I don't want to fly too high off the path, just because, you know what we gotta do real quick before we get going too far here. Oh, that's one reason I don't want to fly too high off the path. The other reason is that I want to see if any beasts dens are around. But you know what we ought to do before we get too far along, because there are quests from so like, okay, so we still need to return to practice flying near Cambridge Tower. Okay. Acquire and use a thunder brew. See, there we go. Cast a pulso on a levitated enemy. So that's Professor Onai's assignment. Or Sharp's assignment. No, it's Professor Onai's assignment. Okay. So I feel like what we should do here is, for example, go down here. Oh geez, there's 2 of them. 2, and then the pulso.
Yes.
There we go.
This looks
Potato, stupefy.
Okay. I don't really care about the rest of it. Because we satisfied that need. So there we go. One less thing to worry about. And we're back to the path. I don't want that path. I want this path. What is that? Is that just a regular sheep? That's just a regular sheep. That's not a special sheep. Okay. I feel like we should go this way.
Nothing over here.
Okay. This is the Feldcroft region. Oh, we're coming on a flu point, so that's helpful. Some deer. Let's go this way. Ah!
I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Ooh. Those are eggs. Very nice. Feel bad for chasing the stag, but we're kind of going the same way. Another flu point. I should probably...
I could get my hands on Big or that student.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff to pop. I have no idea if this is the Cambridge area or what. I'm just like, hey, balloons to pop. Let's do that. There we go. Pop balloons. Okay. Need to go more south and west here. There's more balloons. There you go. Back to finding Sebastian, which looks like over here somewhere. Oh.
This place has seen better days.
Let's come back to that. We'll go up this way. Okay. I think we're almost there. Is that him up there? Oh, let's first do this.
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant.
Snazzy. Because that was kind of a long flight. Oh, he's not here. But we have a wait circle, so wait. There he is.
You made it.
Okay.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Okay.
This way.
You're standing still. There we go. Oop, wrong direction. There we go.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Okay. Enter the salon home.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey!
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
Well,
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
okay, that was kind of
I'm sorry you had to see
unexpected.
that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for. I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear. Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I can try.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay.
I wish you well.
So... So just a regular old letter. Let's see. Okay, so nobody's here. Where did Uncle Solomon go? Let's see if he's outside. So there's Sebastian. There's some dude I don't know. Oh, there he is.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel.
Well, that's true.
The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand. I mean, I kind of feel these second options, but the part of me that's like, don't argue with stubborn grown-ups says, we're just gonna say I understand, and maybe we'll work behind your back.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Then
I hope you
explain it to
remember what
him.
I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Alright, let's go talk to Sebastian.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
Okay.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Now let's... Okay, so this one's harder because Sebastian's our peer, so I'm less concerned with being nice. But I also don't want to stoke the flames, so I'm just gonna say he's trying to do what's right.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, Always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened.
Okay.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Okay.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Are we going to go back to running, or are we just going to saunter? Oh, so we're sauntering over bridges, but we'll run over...
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. I said it's a dead wizard in my book.
Potato!
No!
Stupefied!
Put me down!
Glaciers!
Help!
Oh, well, that's okay. I don't want more weird mouth potions, but I'll take that. Anybody else?
Seems your heart isn't in this at all. I won't. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Glaciers! Potato!
Why drag this out longer than necessary, sir? Really, it is. No!
Descendo!
Stupefied!
I won't rest until you're dead.
You won't get away with that.
Wingardium Leviosa!
You've made your last mistake.
Probably not. I make lots of mistakes.
Ooh, this shouldn't take long. Pitiful. Pitiful. No!
Confringo!
Potato!
I won't rest. How nice of you to stop.
He was saying something. Hi.
No! One less human to worry about.
It just me, do they keep respawning?
Little moon calf, far from home. Pity. Not quite. You won't stop me. Someone been taken out last week.
Glaciers!
Let's get this over with. You fight about as well as a puffskein.
Levioso!
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Oh, it's waiting more potions. Okay. What's this one? Okay. Out of breath?
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
They'll kill for no
It
reason.
sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Of course. Let's have a look at
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Okay.
Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Okay. What else?
Revelio.
There's something down here.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
Okay. Let's see.
Revelio.
What's this?
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Okay.
Revelio.
Let's look at the well.
This well looks familiar.
How can I get in there? Maybe around the other side? Ah, here we go.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Get some moolah. How do we get...
Confringo.
How do we get through here?
Accio. Revelio.
Oh.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Okay, so now we're going to talk to Sebastian.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Okay.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. A stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio.
Second week in camp, more arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. Oh, so this is a letter from...
Journal entry of Isadora's.
Yeah, there's another one.
These journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Okay. Anything else? I'm just gonna knock this down. Apparently.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
No, no, no. Sebastian, come here.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
Sebastian's such a ride or die kind of guy.
I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Alright, let's go back over here. Stop poking me, jerky little vines. Alright, and here we are.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Well, that's probably new. Oh.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no
hiding a
idea our
beast.
visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch.
Alright.
Till then.
Alright, folks. Ooh. So I think that's gonna wrap up our adventure here today. I hope you enjoyed it. It did have a little bit more excitement than I was expecting. I was worried that it was just going to be all story and no no dueling. So I'm glad that we were able to...
Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Okay, and it sounds like that's what we'll do with Maddie next. But in the meantime, folks, that wraps up our episode of Hogwarts Legacy today. I hope you had fun with me this magical Monday. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and then turn on notifications so that you know when we drop new content. In our next episode, we will probably go meet Natty to continue our story quests and or work on our professor quests so that we can continue learning spells. Until next time, folks, geek out, game on.